Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which I must say straight away from the off is a standalone title, so you don't need to actually own the original Far Cry 3 to actually purchase this. It just works on its own merit, so hats off to them for that. It's about £12-ish depending on points for the PlayStation and Xbox, and the PC I'm not sure, probably around the same amount I'd imagine. Now one thing I will say straight from the off, it is absolutely awesome, this game. And to be honest, awesome is the best word to use because it's thrown around a lot in the 80s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and everything like that. And that's what this game is basically based around. It's just, it gets so many ideas. The whole game is built as like a love letter to the 80s action film. It's just really, really funny. If you was like me, you was brought up in the 80s and early 90s, you'll find so many things in this game that are just taken from films. Like even the opening cutscene, it's just a total rip-off of Terminator. And they've in fact actually got the guy doing the voiceover as the main character. I think it's called Rex Power Colt, like a proper 80s corny action hero. They've actually got the guy doing the voiceover for that. That was actually in Terminator 1. You know, the one that goes back in time, screws Sarah Connor, and saves the world as a result. And it's just really funny. Even the soundtrack as well, they're pulled straight from the 80s films. Like the opening section where you're actually in a helicopter with a minigun, you're spraying the crap out of the base, which is brilliant by the way. If you're a complete geek like me, you'll know immediately what the backing track is. It's actually the song used in the opening scenes of Predator. You know, they're all beefed up going into the jungle for the first time. The music used there is used there. It's just loads of things like that are dotted around, and you can't help but do a childish giggle or a stupid grin on your face when you find them and recognise them. Of course you feel a little geeky remembering stuff like that, but who cares? The best way to describe the world really is kind of like a Tron based world really. It's set in 2007, so it's kind of futuristic yet old style. It's just lasers everywhere and high tech yet strangely old school. It's weird. The whole mechanics of Far Cry 3 are still in the game. Like you can still kill for money, get upgrades and everything like that. And the stealth mechanics still work perfectly well here as they did in Far Cry 3. And the wildlife you can actually still lure as normal. But they've actually got an upgrade on this. And instead of having tigers and everything, I think they're still in the game. I've seen one or two. But the main lure this time is, blood dragons basically, which to me look like a giant T-Rex, but they've got the added ability to be able to shoot lasers from their eyes, and it's just piss funny when you see it for the first time. Personally, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to get eaten, sure, but not actually shot. But the funniest part is, every time you kill a soldier, you can actually rip out their cybernetic heart, because most people seem to be cyborgs now for some reason. I don't know, the plot goes off on one. You can actually lob these hearts to lure these dragons. So if you've got an enemy stronghold you need to take out, lob that heart in there, you'll get the dragons run up and start bombing the crap out of it and just laying waste entirely to that base. It's just good fun and absolutely hilarious to watch. But yeah, I can say if you're a shooter fan, you'll love this game anyway because it's brilliant. Of course there's laser rifles and everything like that, and slight upgrades on guns you've seen before, but they are fun to play with. But if you were brought up, if you're kind of my generation, like 29 I am, so I was kind of brought up watching all the corny 80s films like Terminator, Aliens, Predator, Commando, loads of films like that, and there's so many references dotted in this game relating to that. I mean, it feels like entire sections have actually been pulled from it as well. It's just, I can't help but I just wish more people buy this game, because this is a game I didn't even know I wanted personally until it came out. And I wish developers had had the guts to do something like that. You know, rather than go down the standard military shooter route and let's give them what they want. This is a game I didn't even know I wanted, but I now love. And I wish companies would do that more. I mean, I'm not sure if it'd work as well if you kind of say you were born in the late 90s or something like that, or maybe even in 2000. Maybe a lot of the things would go over your head. It'd still be a fun game, but you wouldn't have that nostalgia factor. But for me, it's just, I can't help but love this game. It's absolutely brilliant. And that's all I can say really. it's not massively long. It's about 6 or 7 hours long. It's pretty much you can go around. There is a main storyline, but of course, like in Far Cry, you still have the outposts that you can go and capture and random collectibles. So there are things to do to pad out the time a bit. And of course, for the amount of money it costs, it's not a full-fledged game, obviously. It's well worth every penny. So all I can say is, please give it a look. And I think there are actually demo versions of it. It's just really, really funny to play. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.